Yeah, let's go.
Kayla Nicole shading Taylor Swift by dressing up as Toni Braxton from her He Wasn't Man Enough for Me music video is so genius that I'm mad I didn't think of it first. Mind you, this is after Taylor shaded Kayla on Opalite, that was a song featured on her The Life of a Showgirl album, where Taylor says, "You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone, you were in it for real, she was on her phone, and you were just a pose," which was her way of allegedly implying that Kayla was with Travis for clout only, which is a crazy thing to say considering people have been saying that Taylor's and Travis's relationship has been a PR one for the longest. On top of that, Kayla has been getting hate ever since these two got together, especially from deranged Swifties who are convinced that Travis leveled up by getting with Taylor in comparison to Kayla. Like, people want Kayla to be miserable so bad, especially since Travis and Taylor got engaged, which is why I'm glad she clapped back like this, because she let everybody know, yes, she had him, and no, she did not fumble. She's not missing out on anything. Sounds like she's the one who dodged a bullet and he fumbled because she is gorgeous, darling. I know he is somewhere on his burner phone watching this video on repeat. In short, Kayla has already been there, done that, and moved on, meaning everybody else should do the same, including Taylor.
And while we're on the subject of double standards, let's get into this Kayla Nicole versus Taylor Swift. So Kayla Nicole is being called ghetto, ran through, and bitter, all because she dated an athlete and dared to move on publicly. And if memory serves me well, I've only known Kayla Nicole to be with Travis Kelce. I haven't heard about her being with anybody else. So how was she ran through? But Taylor Swift has dated half of Hollywood and made hit albums about it, and suddenly it's relatable and empowering. You see how that works? And let's not forget, Taylor literally dropped a song dropping microaggressions against Black women, and that was okay. Kayla Nicole makes a playful video clapping back, and all of a sudden she's ghetto and trashy and can't move on. I hate to break it to you, but Taylor started it. It's the same scenario every time. Black women are never given grace. They are only given grief. Kayla Nicole is not the problem. The problem is who is allowed to speak up, dress up, clap back, and not be torn down about it.
Taylor Swift, with all her mediocre whiteness, goes and writes a song about Kayla Nicole. Kayla, instead of reacting right away, decides to hold it in, but wait for it. On Halloween, Sis comes out dressed as Toni Braxton, performing He Wasn't Man Enough. That was the ultimate clapback. Every Black woman got it. Chess, not checkers. We, as Black women, always have to be 2 steps ahead, and Kayla Nicole is a perfect example of that. She's out here minding her business, while Taylor is worried about her. Honestly, this whole situation says a lot about Travis. There's no way he's not still thinking about Kayla. I'm pretty sure he says her name in his sleep. You can't convince me that a man goes from a beautiful, confident Black woman to a mediocre white woman and is genuinely happy. He used to love curves, not straight lines. Let's be real. And Kayla Nicole, baby, your level of petty is at 10, and I'm all for it. Sometimes the best response is just silence and letting your actions speak louder than words. This whole situation shows how much power Black women hold, even when we choose to sit back and let things unfold. If Travis is looking for validation from the wrong places, that's on him. But Kayla, she's winning. Period.
Anyways, I can play this song all day. Brings back in the days. I love it. College days, okay. Anyways, on this saga of Taylor Swift and Kayla Nicole. See, I don't really talk pop culture, but this one I feel like it's just fun. Something fun, lighter than my usual toxic relationship. But this is kind of toxic. But I don't like that kind of toxic because I love crash outs. I'm all things crash outs. I'm all things like, let's get petty, like down petty to the fucking petty to the motherfucking petty. Okay, let's get down dirty and petty. Why not? So you got him, right? You got him. But you know what? You got the, what do you call it again? It's called second hand. It's called the second hand. You got him. You're so insecure. Damn. You know, have you ever been with someone and then somebody else got them and they thought they got like freaking gold or diamond or shit like that, and you look back and you're like, That person is so ugly. What was I even with them in the first place? Like, damn, what was I there? Allowing mistreatment, disrespect, all that from this fucking Dusty? Like, for real? You got him. Look at my intro. It got even longer than I expected. But yeah. Kayla Nicole, I wish I can do that dance. Like, I can shake the booty. I'm just gonna try to recreate that and see if I can recreate it. But she ate with that. That's the ultimate comeback. Okay, body tea. Girls, when that man leaves you and go be with somebody else, engages, marries, or whatever, call it a win. Drink your protein shakes. Drink your good water, the good one. Take your ass to the gym. Get ass tight, face tight, body tea, lip tea, edges tea. Like, worry about nothing, okay? Silently do your thing. Do your comeback. If you cry, you're crashing out, listen. Point is, okay, bye, love you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. This was kind of a fun one. I love that. Okay, bye.
Taylor Swift, Kayla Nicole, and the intentional infliction of emotional distress. Let's talk about it. As you may have heard, I think that Taylor Swift is obsessed with Black women, and I think she used this album to target Black women generally, and Kayla Nicole specifically, and I think that's nuts. And it also reminded me of my favorite tort from law school, the intentional infliction of emotional distress. Remember, folks, this is not legal advice, and no, I'm not your lawyer. A tort is a civil wrong that someone commits that harms or injures someone, and then the tort of intentional infliction of emotional distress, or IID for short, occurs when someone knowingly or recklessly causes severe emotional distress to someone. And this civil tort enables someone to seek payment or justice for that wrong. There are 4 elements or building blocks to the tort of IID, and I'm gonna go through each of them. 1, you have to prove that the hypothetical defendant in this situation acted in some way. 2nd, the defendant's conduct must be extreme and outrageous. In this hypothetical, I'd argue that extreme and outrageous conduct could include the fact that, generally speaking, the Opalite album is full of microaggressions and misogynoir and generally has a lot of hatred and volatility towards Black women. But in particular, the fact that there is a single song that very clearly targets one particular Black woman, I think that's kind of extreme and outrageous. I think that the condition that renders this all the more extreme is that we all know that the Swifties are a very particular brand of people, that they're very vehement and can be very volatile and hostile, and that historically they have been hostile towards people that have criticized Taylor Swift or whom Taylor Swift does not like, right? So when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got together, her band of fiends sick themselves upon Kayla Nicole and inundated her comments with horrible things and just were relentless and ragging on her. The 3rd building block is that the defendant must have acted purposefully or knowingly. The 4th building block is that this kind of extreme and outrageous conduct must have caused severe emotional distress. Prior to this album, Kayla Nicole has been incredibly forthcoming about the immense amount of hate she has suffered at the hands of Swifties, only because she's Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. Sure, Kayla Nicole was some sort of public figure before this whole debacle, but she was dragged into the spotlight upon Travis and Taylor getting together, kind of against her will. She doesn't want to be in the mouths of Swifties, and yet she is. You guys are obsessed with her because you're obsessed with Black women, just like Taylor Swift. Her social media has been absolutely inundated, harassed, just completely attacked by these washed up haters. And it's crazy to see. It's caused her mental duress, which she has been very outspoken about. In fact, the hate has been so extreme that this weekend she went on a podcast to discuss the absolute toll this bullshit has had on her. She said in part, as someone who obsesses over the fact that I, on a daily basis, am terrified of my comments, am terrified of my DMs, I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to care. I don't want to look. At the end of the day, it's very, very difficult to prevail on the claims of IIED, particularly around the extreme and outrageous conduct, right? The courts have decided in the past that mere insults, mere annoyances, mere threats are not enough to constitute extreme and outrageous behavior. There has to be some sort of divergence over that. But I'd argue that there's like a pattern of behavior here that's like at least worth kind of discussing, right? Ultimately, for conduct to be like deemed extreme and outrageous by a judge or a fact finder, it has to go beyond the bounds of all decency. Beyond the bounds of all decency. I'm not saying that like general social media bullshit amounts to extreme and outrageous behavior, but what I am suggesting is that Taylor Swift is aware of her immense celebrity. She is aware of the way in which her fans just like completely ride or die for her, and the fact that what she says can move mountains, move nations, right? And she used all of that immense power not to speak out on Donald Trump, but to speak out against a single Black woman who dated her ex. She wrote this song knowing that the album would absolutely pop the fuck off, right? Like, this isn't her first go at it. I imagine there have been tens of millions of people who have listened to her album since it came out last week. And so she wrote this song knowing that everyone would hear her weird hater diss track. And she did all of this during a time of immense anti-Black hate, right? She sicked her fans onto a person who is largely vulnerable during a very vulnerable time for Black and brown people, right? But Taylor Swift, your fearless leader, I'm not suggesting that Kayla Nicole sue anybody, but I am suggesting that this move by Taylor was dangerous and it was sort of violent, and that people should be talking about it. This album is anti-Black. It does put Kayla Nicole in harm's way, and Taylor Swift, the queen of like white mediocrity and 8th grade symbolism, she did that. Again, this is your fearless leader. Congratulations. Bye.
Taylor Swift is so bothered. If y'all haven't heard her latest album, go listen to that. And she is bothered because her ex liked women that look like me. Kayla Nicole is minding her business, but it is real clear in this album that she, Taylor, is real confused and bothered by the fact that Travis liked women that were the polar opposite of her. I know passive-aggressive white women terminology. I work in corporate America. The passive aggressiveness, the subtlety of petty and mean girl spirit is all throughout this album. Poor Taylor.
Man, when I tell you Kayla Nicole, baby, she done won Halloween. Oh, y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all other folks, y'all gonna be mad, but I'm about to just gloat, okay? A lot of people got on my last post and y'all was so mad. Y'all was mad. Y'all was like big mad because y'all kept saying, Taylor don't care. Taylor got Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce don't want Kayla Nicole. He dumped her. He made sure he gave Taylor the ring. All this blah, 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 blah. Okay. Like I was trying to tell y'all, no, Kayla Nicole dumped him. She didn't want him. He wasn't man enough for her. Y'all keep trying to act like the prize is Travis Kelce, but no, I'm going to tell you, and I don't care what you think. The prize is Kayla Nicole, okay? And y'all keep trying to say, oh, she looks so bad. Why she so naked? First of all, she's a young lady, okay? She's living her life. She's having a great time. You don't care what Travis and Taylor Swift is doing. In fact, she was minding her own business before Taylor came with that song about her, okay? Kayla Nicole is living rent-free in Taylor's head. For real. I'm just saying. So she played my girl, Toni Braxton's song. She paid homage. She was looking good. Body was like, pow. Waist was like, pow. Legs was like, pow, pow. Kayla Nicole has definitely won Halloween. She put y'all in y'all place. She did it looking good. Yes, baby. Get it, girl. Y'all keep trying to act like Travis Kelce is a doggone catch. Get up out of here. Kayla didn't even want him with all the money he had. Obviously, he ain't what y'all think he is. And that's it, and that's all. Don't care. But anyway, follow me. I'm Chassa Affiliate. Bye.